What? Only take holy box here. Holy box. Only wait for the holy box. Come back here. Holy box is there. Okay. Let go here. One trolley here. What then? Send. Wait. Let go.
Yeah. With them translate they go Friday.
Then after they come out,
Mala
everybody.
you can go.
Is she 2 minutes? Yeah. She alone, 2 minutes with it. Then everybody can go in. No, but the sisters. Where the sisters? Right.
You go just turn up. Alex, come outside.
I see them put it in this.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes.
When they live together, just like
Okay.
Yes. One second.
what is it? Look at that here, the mama. Right? Yes, so you just stop. Yeah, look, do that. Come on, what is we talk and then you right? Good. This is the box.
Lock it.
Oh, look at.
Allow for the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this will be like some salt.
Vậy thì coi cho con học về ở vì giờ mình chuyển một cái nữa.
he has come 500, right?
Yes.
Coming from Alex.
No, wala line up.
So 1, 2. Right? That's it, I understand. Yeah. Take him out? Okay, so if he wants to come out. You sure?
Well, one of them will come out, but one of these will come out for the brother.
Yeah.
Right?
Alright, you start with me. Yeah. Or decide.
Okay, good.
What do you find that? It don't matter if it's additional one.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
you can have one more.
Come by.
Come.
I mean, it's his privilege to take part.
Om Hastopaccharanam Samarapayami. Om Hastopaccharanam Samarapayami. Om Madhavaya Namaha. Om Narayanaya Namaha. Hastopaccharanam Samarapayami. Om Keshavaya Namaha. Om Madhavaya Namaha. Om Narayanaya Namaha. Hastopaccharanam Samarapayami. Hastopaccharanam. Om Keshavaya Namaha. Om Madhavaya Namaha. Om Narayanaya Namaha. Hastopaccharanam Samarapayami.
एक बार बोलो श्री वृंदावन कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय. Everybody sit around. Today, as we have this very difficult duty to perform, I'd ask that we all please stand and we join hands in prayer for the soul. Bhagavad Gita reminds us that the soul is eternal and everlasting. Even though the body dies and decays and disintegrates, that soul does not die. That soul is eternal and everlasting. That soul is part of the divine energy. And it is that soul, my dear friends, that we offer prayer for this morning, that Bhagavan, Krishna Bhagavan, we pray that to bless the soul with peace and rest and comfort and guidance and protection. Let us all join hands in prayer. Hari Om Sriya Pavitra Pavitrava Sarvashtanga Topi Vaya Smareti Pundrikangshe Om Sadhintara Suchinama Hari Om Namo Narayanaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namam He Ramam Purushottamam Narhare Narayanam Keshava Govinda Garudhaja Gunanidhe Damodara Ramadhava He Krishna Kamalapate Yadupate Sitapate Sripate Vaikuntharipate Characharpate Lakshmi Pate Pahimam Om Namo Narayanaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namam Om Sarvamangal Mangalye Shive Sarvarta Sadhike Sharanye Trambake Gauri Narayane Namastute Om Namo Narayanaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namam Vasudevam Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Ki Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Bande Jagat Guru, the Lord Krishna. Today we pray that you bless the soul with rest and peace and comfort. May you guide that soul, grant to that soul your divine mercy, your divine forgiveness. Hari Om Adhyamukha Putrasya Mukha Pretasya Anadhino Dhane Deva Sankachakra Gadadhara Akshapanrikangsham Preta Moksha Pradobhava Om Dhyau Shanti Antarikshagam Shanti Pradhavi Shanti Rapa Shanti Oshadhe Shanti Banaspate Shanti Vishwadev Shanti Brahma Shanti Sarvagam Shanti Shanti Reva Shanti Shama Shanti Riddhi Shubh Shanti Kalyana Mangal Bhavatu Namaha Om Sugandhim Maya Namo Narayanaya Namaha Om Namo Priya Govindaya Namo Namam He Ramam Purushottamam Narhare Narayanam Keshava Govinda Garadhaja Guranidhe Damodara Ramadhava He Krishna Kamalapate Yadupate Sitapate Sripate Vaikuntharipate Characharpate Lakshmi Pate Pahimam. My dear friends, I invite all to lift your voices and let us sing a very simple bhajan. That bhajan is in your printout. Jai Krishna Hare. And I want everybody to join. It's a special bhajan that is dedicated to Lord Krishna, to the blessing of the soul. Hari Om Jai Krishna Hare Sri Krishna Hare Dukhiyon ko dukh dur kare Jai 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 Krishna Hare O Jai Krishna Hare Sri Krishna Hare Dukhiyon ko dukh dur kare Jai 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 Krishna Hare Jab charu taraf andhiyara ho आशा का दूर किनारा हो ओ जब चारों तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा हो और कोई न के मन मारा हो फिर तो ही बेड़ा पार करो जय 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 Krishna Hare O Jaya Krishna Hare Sri Krishna Hare Dukhiyon ko dukh dur kare Jai 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 कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे। तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर, विष को भी अमृत कर दे। पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा, पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा। जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे, फिर जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे। दुखियों को दुख दूर करे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे। दुखियों को दुख दूर करे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। राम नाम सत्य है, यही सबके गत है। ओम श्री विष्णु विष्णु श्री ब्रह्मण द्वितीय प्राग श्री स्वेदवार कल्पे वैवश मंत्रे अष्टविंशतमे कलियुगे कल्पितं चरणे त्रिनिदा देशे रुका नगर तथा नाम ते कॉलने अमुक नाम जजमान सही। ओम अमुक गोत्रस्य अमुक प्रेतस्य अमुक पक्षे अमुक तिथे वासरे अंत्येष्टि कर्माहं करिष्ये करा भवन्तु सर्वकार सिद्धार्थी। अमुक नाम यजमानस्य अमुक गोत्रस्य अमुक प्रेतस्य अंत्येष्टि कर्म अहं करिष्ये नमः। Put it like that. Put your hand like that. Okay. Put all your flowers. Touch forehead. Chana. Put your ring finger. Dip and watch. I want you to go down.
Hold your finger like that.
Ring finger.
Dip your finger. Come from.
Not the ring finger.
Yes, okay. Do I need? Right, the two eyes under the chin. Om Sri Chandanam Taksat Hari Om. Yeah. And one here and one there. Take the perfume. Super, Kamala, touch hands now. Super, 5 times slowly. Om Gandham, Gandham Tatsatri Om. Amukha Gotrasya, Amukha Pretasya, Mrisaksha, Shavang, Nimit, Gandham Maya Dete, and then circle, continue spraying. Continue spraying. Om Adhyamukha Gotrasya, Amukha Pretasya. Om Mrikshavang, Nimit, Snanang Maya Dete. Gandham Maya Dete Prajaksana Shavang Nimit, Gandham Maya Dete Tatsatari Om, Adhyamukha Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya, Om Prajaksana Shavang Nimit Pushpa, Tatsatari Om, Gandham Maya Dete Upatishtam Tatsatari Om, Rama Rameti. Thank you very much. Please take your seats. Please sit down. Om Adhyamukha Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya, Preta Nivartanam Sargati Vinashartham Tatsatari Om. Om Krishnaya Vasudevaaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Guru Govindaya Namo Namam He Ramam Purushottamam 5 times. One more time. Gandham Maya Dete Tatsatparihi Om Anadhinodhane Deva Sankachakra Gadadhara Akshapundri Kamsham Preta Mukta Pradabhava Krishnaya Namaha. We put him down, Mala. Give all of them Mala, eh? Come, hold up with you. Hold it right, eh? Everybody hold on. Take the next one. Center. Next one. Yam Dware Mahagore or Prashanda. Om Yang Dware Mahagore Dipadane Maya Haste Maya Dete Tatsat Hari Om. Om Hiranyagarbha Satage Bhuta Sajata Padrekyasi. Yam Dware Mahagore Dipadane Maya Haste Maya Dete Tatsat Hari Om. Walk slowly around, keep on narrating. Om Sri Yam Dware Mahagore Dipadane Maya Haste Maya Dete Krishnaye Govindaye Vasudevaye Nanda Gopakumaraye Guru Govindaye Namo Namam Rama Rameti Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Shahasranama Tatulyam Rama Nama Paranini Ramaya Ramachandraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaye Pateye Namah Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvata Sadhike Sharanya Trambike Gauri Narayane Namastute Rama Rameti Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Shahasranama Tatulyam Rama Nama Paranane Ramaya Ramachandraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Om Sitaye Pateye Namah Om Yam Dware Mahagore Dipadane Maya Haste Maya Dete Om Adhyamukha Gotrasya Mukha Pritasya Mritaksana Shavang Nimit Dipang Maya Dete Tu Patishtam Namaha Om Krishnaye Govindaye Vasudevaye Nanda Gopakumaraye Guru Govindaye Namo Namam Sarva Mangala Bhavatu Krishnaye Govindaye Namaha. Both hands touching forehead. Om Yam Dware Mahagore Dipadane Maya Haste Maya Dete Upatishtam Tatsat Harihi Om Vasudevam Sutam Devam Kamsachanu Ramardanam Krishnaye Govindaye Vasudevaye Nanda Gopakumaraye Govindaye Namo Namam. Lambodara Strapikato Vignanasho Vinat both hands. Touch forehead. Krishnaye Govindaye Vasudevaye Nanda Gopakumaraye Guru Govindaye Namo Namam. एक बार बोलो श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय. My dear friends, this is one of the realities of our existence. This is one of the realities of our existence. As Bhagavad Gita reminds us that once we are born in this world, we must die. As that bhajan says, ek din hame bhi jana hai. We all have to pass through this process of exiting this creation, exiting this world, exiting this life, exiting this earth. Unfortunately, we are in denial. Denial meaning that nobody here could picture themselves lie down in a coffin. Nobody here would picture themselves going 6 feet underground in a dark coffin box covered with 6 feet of dirt, or put in a raging fire in a crematorium or in a heap of wood and burned. But this is the reality, my dear friends. And this is a reminder to us all. This is a reminder to us all, my dear friends, that we should conduct and manage ourselves, manage our lives, because our existence is in our own hands. Manage our life for the understanding and the purpose for which we are here. 83% of the world population don't understand the purpose of life. 83% of the world population figure we come here to have husband, wife, children, car, money, job, whatever. Again, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, reminds us that we are not the body, we are the soul. We are that spark, that divine energy of God. And it is our responsibility, it is our purpose in life to develop that spirituality within us. To build, cultivate, and develop a relationship with God. But sometimes, my dear friends, we are too busy seeking worldly pleasures at the expense of our soul. Seeking worldly pleasures at the expense of our purpose of life. Kuchna le jaye dhanaban ke gathariya. Practical, my dear friends. Our dear brother Shammy is leaving. He's not carrying wife, children, car, house, money, nothing. It is a lesson for us all that nothing in this world is ours. People fighting for land, and people fighting for money, and people fighting for job and promotion, and nothing in this world. Everything is temporary. Think about what I'm saying. Everything is temporary. Not even this body is ours, because when we're done with it, as you'll see in the next few hours, either dig a hole and bury it, or treat a heap of wood and burn it. What we carry with us, my dear friends, is something they call karma. Karma pradhana vishwakaraka. Our karma is the essence of our existence. Our karma is the essence of our actions. The product, the end product of our karma, of our doings. Karma pradhana vishwakaraka. These quotations carry very deep meaning, my dear friends. One of the challenges, one of the important challenges of our existence is to understand our purpose in life. Our challenge in this existence is to understand our purpose in life. Ramayana reminds us, Bare bhagya manushatana pava. Today, my dear friends, I invite you to analyze what it is being a human being and how precious this human life existence is, and what is the meaning, what is the purpose, what is the direction, what is the function of this human existence. We come in this world, and from the time we take our first breath, we start looking for something we call happiness. And first breath, we start looking for happiness. Happiness is a little hug up, a little breast milk, a little whatever, talking, bathing, changing, feeding. We growing up, and our desires keep changing. Right? When we're small, we want a little tricycle, and then we want a bicycle, and then we want a bag of marbles, and then we want a toy gun, and then we want a doll. Our desires keep changing. And that desire is called Maya. That desire is the trap to pull us away from God. We have time for God because we're looking for happiness, we're looking for pleasure. But there's a vast difference between true happiness and momentary pleasure. There's a vast difference between happiness, true happiness, and momentary pleasure. You acquire, you achieve, it brings momentary pleasure. I remember growing up as a young man, I wanted a car so bad, a new car. And I woke, and I got the car, and I remember that night, 10 o'clock in the night, I washed it down car. I want a fly rest on the car. 2 weeks after, the car get washed for a whole year. So that what happens there, the trick is that Maya, or that illusion of happiness, focuses on the car. If I get the car, I will be happy. And once you get the car, that illusion changes focus. I want a big house. And when you get the house, I want a swimming pool. And when you get the swimming pool, I want a helicopter. And then I want a golf course. And then I want a tennis court. And then I want a... You know, the desires keep changing. And this is where discipline is important, my dear friends. Knowledge and understanding of the difference between momentary pleasure and true happiness. In the Ramayana, we had Seuri. Seuri, for those of you who may not know, Seuri was she was 87 years old, tribal, person living in the jungle, forest. Don't know Hindi, don't know Sanskrit, don't know mantras, don't know prayers, don't know anything. But she had love for God. She took care of the little ashram of Matam Rishi for many, many, many years. And when the guru of the ashram was about to expire, he said, Seori, you have dedicated your life in this ashram. And continue what you are doing. Prepare yourself. And that prepare yourself is for all of us. Prepare yourself, Seori, that one day the Lord will come to visit you. And Seori continued, poor thing. She was from a wild tribe. She couldn't read and write. She never went to school. But she had that golden heart. And the day Sri Ram and Lakshman came visiting, she did all her hospitality protocols. And then she put her hands together and said, Prabhu, kahi vidhi astuti karahu tumhari. That Lord, tell me, what's this whole thing about God and religion and prayer and praying? I am a woman. I can't read and write. I don't know no prayers. I don't know nothing. But tell me, Lord, kahi vidhi astuti. How to pray? What is prayer? What is praying? And that question, my dear friends, is relevant to us all. What is prayer? What is praying? Today, more people are being killed in the name of God than all the wars and sickness put together. People are fighting on each other. That my God is God, your God is boo. My God is greater than your God. Siya Rama Mai Sab Jagajani Karun Pranama Jodi Jugpani. Hinduism tells us that God is the creator, God is the created, and God is the creation. Enough said. If you could analyze that, if you could understand the meaning of that, I will repeat it for your benefit. God is the creator, God is the created, and God is the creation. The creation meaning that, okay, as Hindus we worship the earth as Mother Earth. Why? Because this comes from the earth and everything that we need, food, clothes, medicine, jewelry, gas, or everything comes from the earth. And when we finish with this, back into the earth it goes. We offer prayer to Ganga Mata. During Kartik we do Ganga Puja, the waters. The secret in Hinduism is that everything in the creation have a material and a spiritual combination. Just like how we have a material body and a spiritual soul, everything in the creation. God is the created, the creation, creator. And Hinduism recognizes the energy of the creation. The sun, the moon, the earth, the waters. Everything we see divinity and we see the divine presence. And not only see, but we acknowledge and do. Every morning we take a shower and we offer jal. Every evening we light a diya for the light. That encompasses the creation, my dear friends. The earth as Dharti Mata. Not only in funerals, but in puja, Mother Earth is worshipped. If you don't, even in cold countries, people would go and buy a little bag of dirt in the hardware store and prepare a little bit bedi. That is compulsory in puja, that you lipe your bedi with dirt because we worship Mother Earth. Right? In the Kalsa, you worship Mother Ganga. In the light of the creation, not only that one light, is the light of the creation is worshipped as Lakshmi Mata on the Kalsa in the middle of the Bedi that puja is performed. So these things, my dear friends, we have to know and understand the relevance and the significance and the meaning and the power behind this worship. Because somebody don't know, they say, well, he chupit, but he worshiping the sun. But stop and think for a moment what the sun does for us. Stop and think for a moment what the earth does for us. Stop and think for a moment what the earth does to us, what the waters do to us, what the light do for us. And then you realize how sensible this process of worship is. It's unfortunate, my dear friends, that the religions are fighting on each other and bad-talking each other, and that's a different katha, that's a different energy. But Hinduism recognizes that there's an energy in the creation. Every aspect of the creation contains an energy. You see, if you take a plate of food and you look at the plate of food, you cannot see the energy. But when you eat the food, that energy is absorbed by the body. Similarly with the prayer and praying. Just like how you eat food for the body, prayer is for the soul. And the mantras, the prayers that are recited and the mantras that are chanted, those mantras carry the energy. That energy that is absorbed by the soul. Poor soul gets the most neglect. We look after the body 100%. Feed, shelter, comfort, recreation. And the soul, you know, when the soul gets attention, when you palm your finger, you go to God, and when the pain down, you wrap God and push him in your back pocket again until you know, unfortunately, my dear friends, there are a lot of people who can be classified as human derelicts, meaning that they don't acknowledge God, they don't think about God, they don't understand God, they don't care about God, they don't know God until some disaster happens. And then they want God to drop everything and come right away and see about their problems. Unfortunately, life doesn't work so. We have a duty. You see, as a human being, we are the only ones in the creation have that privilege to talk to God. Understand that. As a human being, we are the only ones in the creation have that privilege to talk to God. The ants, the dog, the fish, the bird, nobody have that privilege. That enhanced opportunity to communicate, because we are the highest in God's creation. And we have to understand our purpose in life. We have to understand our purpose in life, my dear friends. What is this life all about? If we look at the Shammy here, we all have to pray for him, because he cannot do for himself. This is why in the funeral service you have prayers, and then for the 10 days you have, well, as a matter of fact, for the 13 days during the funeral period, different activities are performed. That's to cushion the effect of the soul, to help the soul. In Bhagavad Gita again, if we look at chapter 2, it says that when a loved one dies, don't grieve and cry and bawl and lament, but pray. I'll tell you why. The reason for that is that when you punish yourself and grieve and cry and pray and lament, you're hurting yourself 5% and you're hurting the departed at 95%. But when that grief kicks in, put your Hanuman Chalisa, pray. It helps you, it strengthens you, and it strengthens the soul 100%. But when you cry and grieve and lament, and then it affects you and it affects the soul. And it is very important, my dear friend, because we all have situations where we have lost our loved one near and dear. When that grief and that pain and that loneliness and that sorrow kick in, put on your Hanuman Chalisa and start to pray. You have lost a loved one, whether it is your neighbor, your friend, your family, your husband, your father, whatever. You have lost one. Think of the intensity of his loss. He has lost his body, which is the most cherished possession from birth to death. He has lost the house, the wife, the children, the friends, everything. So his loss is plenty more than you have lost. But how you could tide over that process is by prayer and praying. This is why in a Hindu funeral you have so much prayers going on. Right? Because not only to help the soul, but to help the family cope. The Bhandara, when the Bhandara is being performed, the mantras that are chanted, it helps the families to cope for that grief and that pain and that agony of the loss of a loved one. When the process of the different rituals are performed, it is to help both the deceased and the loss of the loved ones. So all these practices, my dear friends, are hinged to a very high degree of spirituality and spiritual processes to help not only the soul, but to help the family cope. Because losing a loved one is a very traumatic and challenging and difficult experience. But the prayer helps to cushion that effect. The prayer helps to give you courage and to give you strength, to give you peace. Because the more you grieve and cry and lament, it's hurting yourself and you're hurting the soul. God Bhagavad Gita tells you that Najayate Mridva Kadachita Naim Bhutana Ajunim Shinyo Purane Nahanyate Hanyamani Sharire. That don't grieve and cry, but pray when you lost a loved one. When that grief overcomes, you sit down and chant the Hanuman Chalisa or whatever prayer. There's thousands and thousands of prayers that you can use to help you to cope, help you to overcome that loss of a loved one. It's not, those of you who have lost a loved one, it's not an easy experience. It's a very challenging and difficult experience to lose a loved one. And this is why, my dear friends, in closing I would say this, that when you have family, when you have friends, when you have people around you, love them. Because you don't know when will be the last hug up, when will be the last word, when will be the last sight, when will be the last seeing. Because money, you can know how much you have balance and how much you have spent. Time in this existence is one of the mysteries. You don't know how much time you have left. Who could have said that we'd be doing this service here today? Nobody. Nobody knows how much time they have left. Whatever time you have left, my dear friend, because the clock is ticking constantly. Whatever time you have, change your ways, change your habits, change your activities, and link up with God. Be serious with God. Be sincere with God. Be cultivating and developing that relationship with God. Because that's the only source of true happiness. As Bhagavan Sri Ram said, that the only true happiness in this world is when you can totally and unconditionally surrender to God. I repeat, the only true happiness in this life is when you can totally and unconditionally surrender to God. Nothing else could bring you happiness in this world. Love each other, cut out all the hate and all the anger and animosity, and love. Love. Ek baar bolo Sri Vrindavan, Krishna Chandra Bhavan ki jai. We have with us, my dear friends, Pandit Pudram Prasad. I would ask of him to say a few words, and then we have some other speakers. So I hand over now to Pandit Pudram.
Om Manadhini Dhano Deva Shankachakra Gadadhara Akshay Pundirikaksha Preta Moksha Prado Bhava Preta Moksha Prado Bhava Preta Moksha Prado Bhava. Firstly, my most humble pranam to my Guru, Pandit Vishnuji, and my most humble Sitaram to each and every one of you. My dear children, what we are witnessing today is one of the greatest truths there is on this earth. One of the greatest truths. The bhajan says, आए भी अकेला जाए भी अकेला 2 दिन की जिंदगी है 2 दिन का मेला. We come alone and so we are going to leave the world. During Camila, in this world we are here for only 2 days. One day we took birth, one day we will die. And between birth and death, there is a letter C which stands for choice. And depends on the choice we make while we are alive, determines where the soul will go afterwards. As I always say, we are all dying people here. We have already started making our exit out of this world. And I would like to refer to myself so everybody could understand. Not too long, I had a full head of hair. Look how much more. Not too long, I used to see without glasses. Now I have to use the glasses. And in the near future, I will have to start to walk with a stick. And this is telling me gradually we are leaving. Gradually we are leaving. Today, the ceremony my guru performed is what is called the Anteshti Karam. Anteshti Karam meaning the last rites you could perform for a human body, if you have the person. In Hinduism, there are 16 sanskars, and this is the last one, the Anteshti Sanskar. And this sanskar ends when we take the body and put it into the chitta. After we put it into the chitta, and we finish to Havan, that sanskar is finished, then we have to go into the next one, which we bring out for water and candles and all things, which continues. So, in Ramayana, Sri Ram says, Bhare bhagya manusya tan pava, sura duralab sadagrantan kava. Sri Ram is saying, in this world, which consists of the Chausat Yogini, 8,400,000 species of lives, different lives, we as human beings is the first in this Chausat Yogini. We are the highest. And only in this human body we could achieve liberation. Only in this human body we can achieve liberation. If I were to ask among us here, all who wants to go to heaven, I'm sure everybody will want to put on their hands if they want to go to heaven. But if I were to say, nobody here wants to go to heaven, or I would say this pandit is a crazy man. And why I say is nobody here wants to go to heaven, the only way to go to heaven, we have to go through this process, death. And among us, no one wants to die. When he was in the hospital, my daughter, who is my cousin, I would say daughter, she's much younger than me, she called me and told me how he's sick and the percentage of the heart. And when he passed away, she called me about 5:30 in the morning and told me, well, look, he passed away and she's trying to get Guruji. So I said, look, you may not get him this hour, because I know my Guru get up so early in the morning and he take a walk and go around a little pond in a little estate and take a walk around. I said, you wouldn't get him, so I will get him for you later on, which I did. So, this process in life determines where we go after that. In Gita, Lord Krishna says to Arjuna, Nainam chinyam yesastani, nainam chinyam pavaya. Lord Krishna says to Arjuna, he said, Arjuna, certainly where there is birth, there is going to be death. And love, jivan, maran, just of just. Certainly where there is birth. In this world, we have joy and sorrow, pleasure and pain, union and separation, birth and death. As Guruji said just now, we only lose a husband, or you lose a father or father-in-law, a grandfather who live up. But his loss is so much greater than us. I always say in Hindu funeral, you are not celebrating his life. You should celebrate life when you are alive. That is the time to celebrate life. When you die, there is no more celebration for him, or neither for the immediate family. Because during these 13 days, you have to give up salt and chocolate food and no alcohol and no fish and no meat and no wife and no fun and no. So everything is prayer dedicated to our Lord, and the market of the Lord, and Krishna for the liberation of this soul. But now when we look at what is taking place in funerals, it really becomes like a celebration. Because all kind of things to cook and eat and all kind of music and a lot of music and fun and dancing and, you know, long ago and hardly, look at this, hardly you go to a funeral and you see a lot of people crying. No one person cry, two person cry. That is it. Hardly you go and you see like almost everybody in the audience crying. Depends on the type of life. So today we are performing this rite, and what the bhajan says, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, जग चला जात है सारा इसका कौन ठिकाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है. My dear children, all scriptures there is tell us about birth and about death. I was thinking about this 2 or 3 days, that in other scriptures there are so many different statements that is used pertaining to the soul. But in Hinduism, it is said that after we perform the Bhandara service on the 13th day, then the soul leaves. So the soul don't have to stay here for eternity to wait for liberation. The soul leaves. And when the soul leaves, it has all its karmas to meet on the way. So, my dear children, our message today and all the time and anywhere to attend a funeral is about the one and the same. We all come into this world and we are all going to leave. Depends on the karma we perform, the action we perform, is what we receive after that. And it is said, if you do good, when you die, the soul goes to heaven and enjoy heavenly bliss. And if you do wrong, and so much sins, the soul goes to hell, where it pays for all its karmas. Having this knowledge, who should really wants to go to hell? As I said, we are already in heaven here. You see here? This is the best place. And anybody say, no, a better place than this? According to Sadhguru, what are we waiting for to go there? If there is a better place than this, what are we waiting for to go to there? This already is heaven, and what we did here is ready to remain our next, our future destination. Om Kam Karoti Vachalam Pamburam Gaitevim Yat Kripatvam Maham Vande Parmananda Madhavam Om Raman Satya Yehi Satka Ghata Hai Rama Satya.
thank you very much for the program, for very inspiring words of comfort to the families and to the friends. At this time, my dear friends, I'll ask Anil to come and say a few words on behalf of the family. Anil.
Namaste, Sitaram. Good morning. Assalamu alaikum to everyone. Pundits, family, friends all who are here today to pay respect to Prakash Balgobin, better known as Shammy. I was asked to say a few words today. Wasn't much prepared for it, but I'll try to do my best and give you guys a little eulogy about his life. Prakash Balgobin was born on 18th of September. Before I start this, sorry, I didn't introduce myself. For who don't know me, my name is Anil. I am the brother-in-law of Prakash, and this is my wife, his sister Michelle, at the side of me. Prakash Balgobin was born on the 18th of September 1964 in Tacarigua, Trinidad, to his deceased parents, Manchan and Carmen Balgobin, which probably most of you might know. He lived most of his life in Five Rivers, Aruca, at this residence. Prakash attended the Five Rivers Hindu School, where he then went to Five Rivers Junior, and then to El Dorado Comprehensive. And he chose his own uniform?
He chose the uniform for comprehensive.
Oh, sorry. He chose the uniform for the comprehensive school?
Yes.
El Dorado. Sorry. That's how much I know. He got his first job apparently at VNS Pharmaceuticals, where he worked for, I guess, a few years. At the age of 17, he got married and had two beautiful daughters, Cindy and Crystal. Shammy had many portfolios during his life. As many of you all will know, he did a lot of things. So he had many talents where job was concerned, work. But the best one of all, I think for him, the best job that he held was being the famous Maxi Man. I think he mostly plied the route in Carapo, where a lot of people get to know him. But he was a person who people, when they meet him, there's always something to know about him. So that should tell a lot. Then 30 years ago, he met his beautiful sweetheart baby, and they started their journey together with her 5 adopted children. He treated those children as his own, and in turn, they also loved him as a father, not a stepfather. The time I have known Shammy and baby, when I see the love there, it's unbelievable. And many of you will attest to that. So there's not much more to say there based on his life, other than he was very straightforward. So I mean, Shammy he left a lot of memories, for a lot of people. I won't dwell much on that based on his life because, I mean, most of you probably know, but I was also asked to say a few words, and this will be from myself, my wife, my 2 children, Melissa, Alex, my sister-in-law, Mala, my Sarbai, Paltu, and their son, Kevin. They put me on the spot. I mean, it's like so many of them, they could have come and talk, right? But anyway. Yeah, you say it's good, yeah. But knowing Shammy loved his 2 sisters like no other. When Shammy knows his sisters, when he know they're coming here, he tells everybody, and he tells it bold, like, I don't care about you, my sister is coming. I don't care about anybody, my sister is coming here. I am just a few years younger than Shammy, but Shammy treats me like a kid. When he came to visit us in Canada there, he don't care, like he will just hug, or even when we come here, in front of, I can't shake his hand, brother-in-law, what's going on, Yeah, right. Hold you, kiss you, oh my God, you need to just rub out everything after. He was a very loving person, kind, and again, I'll tell you, he was as I said, he was very, very straightforward. He'll tell you whatever he has to tell you. I mean, I don't have to say. He's a preacher where the second language of Trinidad and Tobago is concerned. So, but again, many of you probably don't know him, but you probably think Shammy, maybe you see him out there, he's a limer, he's a party guy, he swears a lot, whatever. But when it comes to his religion, when it comes to his culture, he's very, very into that. He's still one of many person I know, even for Diwali, even for prayer. He does his 21 days of fasting because he said there's nothing going to change. The man even told me recently, he said, he was talking and he said, I think every Trinidadian should know Trinidad. Why they using GPS and Google? That's how old school he was. Like, I say, but not everybody will know where they're going. They have the phone, they have Google, He's like, no, I don't care. They can say what they want, but again, I won't stay too long, but Shammy will dearly be missed. Pandit was talking earlier, and some of the things he was actually saying, I had it written down that I was going to say, but one thing I want to tell everybody here, when a person dies, there's 2 things that person is doing by dying. It's a sad and a happy. The sad is the family members are going to miss him. They are going to grieve. They'll cry and they will, there's no more Shammy here. But the good is, and for the last few days we are here, with this week, he was in the hospital, is that the good is, he has brought many people together. Even my wife was introducing me to some of the people, and it's like she hasn't seen them for long. Sometimes you come, you don't even know this person had a son or a daughter, but the introduction is here. But because Shammy died, this is why we are gathered here, and some of you maybe haven't seen each other, maybe haven't spoken to each other for a long time. And this is the good. So why don't we just continue with that? Why we have to wait for somebody to die? Everybody say, oh, why we meet like this? Yeah, but I called you last week, you didn't answer your phone, right? You just left it. So he's lying there. Many of us might say, I wanted to say this to Shammy, I wanted to say that, I wanted to give him this, but it should be like when we are alive. Let's give it. Let's talk. Let's be happy. Let's have love. Let's be like when we were kids playing. As you get older, everybody wants to fight and quarrel and all these things. So, but I won't go any further. And I will just take this opportunity to say thank you to everybody for the support, the prayers, and to please continue, as Pandit said, continue to pray. Pray for the soul. Pray for the soul so that if he were to be born again, he will be born in the highest race, which is the human being. And pray for the family members so they will have the strength to carry on. And that's what they need right now. Because that's why we are here mostly, is because of the living, the family who's alive. To give support to his wife and his children. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Anil. Brother-in-law. You see, if you were listening to the things that Anil said, it all sums up to one thing: love, caring. Huh? Night on, but they stick off people and they don't want people to hear what I say.
Is it off?
Yeah, they take off.
Switch on the mic.
No, they switch on, but they take off the volume from inside. They don't want people to hear. Oh, I thought they want people to hear what I say. Okay, at this time we invite Anjani to say her piece, and then Amy follows. Thank you.
Sit around this morning, everybody. I'm not very good at speaking in public, but I think I hear any voice and I just go up there and tell them, just go and tell them. Right? So, Maya Angelou once wrote, family isn't always blood. It's the people in your life who want you in theirs. The ones who accept you for who you are. The ones who would do anything to see you smile and who love you no matter what. And this is really who Shammy was to us. For my family, we never considered him a stepfather. He was our father to us. And even after our father passed, he was there even more. If you call him 2 o'clock in the morning and say in trouble for any reason, and he wouldn't do that for us alone. I think anybody here could say the same thing. He would do that for anybody who needed help. And yes, we will miss the big mouth because he always has something to say. Sometimes out of time when we know, but the love was always there. As Anand said, the love is always there. In the past few months, he used to call because he couldn't sleep, so he used to call me late at night and to tell me a story. As an adult, he read to hear a story, and he would tell me a story about soup there with the pumpkin, and the wife sell out the pumpkin, and halfway through the story, he would hang up the phone, which means he fall asleep. You know? So that's something I would hold always, remember always. Even when I lived here for a little while with my daughter Alexis, he used to wait when I work at nights, he used to wait by that front gate on the pavement and wait to see me coming through the corner, because he'll call, he'll drop out the maxi, and then he'll be waiting there just to make sure I was inside and safe, and then he'll go to sleep. So I think, I know that we'll miss him every day. My children only know him, my grandchildren know him. He's Grandpa Shammy, always. So we love you, we will miss you every day. So keep a space for us until we come to meet with you. Because I know you will be there with everybody else just waiting. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Angie. And now we call on Amy.
Amy?
Amy.
She's coming.
Oh.
Good morning, everybody. My beloved Grandpa Shammy, you are the only person I never thought I would ever lose in my life. You are the strongest person I know. You are a fighter, a friend to many, a wonderful husband, the best dad, and the absolute best grandfather. You are someone who loved driving Maxi, you loved swimming in the river, the beach, and the pool. You made all get-togethers so much fun because you were always so full of life. Thank you for all the love you had for me, all the stories you told me, all the wonderful memories you made in my life. All the times you made me laugh, all the times you comforted me when I was sad, and most of all, thank you for loving and caring about my ma with all your heart. You showed us what true love really is. There was never a moment I needed you that you wasn't there for me. I will miss you so much. I could never forget you. I miss all your calls, all your good morning and good night texts, all your stories and your jokes, all your video diaries you made, all the photos you loved to take. And it breaks my heart that I'll never hear you laugh or hear the sound of your voice again. Every time I come to you for advice, you would always say, I've been there, done that, before actually telling me what to do. So Grandpa Shammy, thank you for making my life so much fun and amazing. I will love you forever and I'll never forget you. Rest in peace.
Thank you very much, Amy. And now we hand over to Lexi.
To my one true, genuine grandpa, I will love you and miss you forever. I will cherish everything that you taught me. From teaching me to swim, after following you into the deep waters, for giving me that spicy mouth of yours. We would always sit down next to each other and whisper, they don't like us because we always talk the truth. I would miss our conversations, everything that happened. He would call me, or sometimes I would beat him to call in and call first. Yesterday I got upset and just wanted to call him to vent, and in a split second I forgot he is no longer here. And then reality hit me. Thank you for making my childhood enjoyable and adventurous. From carrying me down the islands, carrying me to almost every river in Trinidad, no matter how far I drive. Thank you for all the evenings you would come and sit with me for hours, just the two of us. I wish there was more of that. My grandpa loved me more than anything. Every time I came over and it was time to leave, he would always cry because he never wanted me to go. Now I am the one who's crying because you are leaving me. There's no one in my life to be there for me like you. You left me, but I understand. I would never, ever forget you, and I would always talk about you and make your name live on. I love you forever and always.
Thank you, Amy. Lexi. You see, my dear friends, this link up that is called relationship, whether it's husband, whether it's father, grandfather, must understand and learn to cherish those moments of life. Because as I said earlier, we don't know when will be the last touch, hug up, when will be the last opportunity. Be loving, be kind, be polite, be charitable, be everything good, and we will see the difference. I have left the best for last, and now I call on his cherished friend, Mr. Budu, to express his sentiments on a relationship that has cemented two individuals to classify as best friends. So I now hand over to Mr. Budu.
Thank you very much. If I say anything, Kevin have asked to say something, so I'll give him the opportunity.
Good morning. I choose to do this without a speech because
What he Shammy mean to me was meaningful, but it really touched my heart. You know that speech I would say good times are hard, man. I will cherish that because really and truly, Shammy was a good one to me, and the people I see was around. Everybody means something to him, and I know that from the vibe he connect with everybody with. So I just read that off by vibe. And that's it when he means something to everybody, everybody means something to you too. And I know since I know Shammy was one of the persons, yeah, he has a hot mouth, but that's how we go to talk. And I find I was able to know that's how he is. And that's how he is. And I find it was a prize we had about him. Because everybody can be so, and not mean what he do. He tell them blah 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 blah. And he might be very rude with it, eh? But just I believe that when they see me, nothing is respectful. Apart from that, Shammy was a really good one. And that's why I know Shammy. That's what he get old. That's what he rest up a little bit. But you also, that's a long way, but sleep in peace for now.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Good morning, everyone. I'm Andrew Budu, and I've been friends with Shammy for over 30 years. That friendship created a bond that could have never been broken. Today, we gather to mourn the passing of Shammy. But knowing Shammy as I do, Shammy will want each of us to celebrate his life, to celebrate the warmth, the togetherness he kept his family, the sharing that he shared to everyone, the dependability that he provided for each and everyone who knew him. You could call Shammy anytime, 24 hours a day. Shammy will respond. Shammy will give you a listening ear. Nothing was too much for Shammy to give. You visit Shammy and baby, they will always provide you with a meal. They will always provide you with a listening ear. And that bond we have, as I said, was broken. I recall meeting Shammy over 30-something years ago, and I can recall the day we met as if it was last week. I was invited to a river line by another one of our friends, Kelvin. That river was Valencia River. And from a distance, okay, I went late. From a distance, I could have seen Kelvin talking to Shammy. So when I got to the spot where we were, Shammy was amazed. Shammy said, "You so young, and you is a sergeant?" I was 20-something years old. Not realizing, Kelvin had told him, because I was working with Kelvin at the time, look, his sergeant coming. When the truth and the fact is, Kelvin was the sergeant and I was the constable. And in true Shammy style, I was interrogated for that entire river line. Because he was so amused that I am a sergeant so young. From there on, we hit it off like never. At that time, Shammy was driving the Karapo route. And many an evening, Shammy will call me, "What you doing?" I wasn't young, these days young, not much to do. And I would be riding maxi with Shammy in and out of Karapo. And I evening, keeping his company, just laughing, having good times. At my own home, my family, we christened Shammy. Shammy was referred to as Shammy Budu at my home. Everybody is my relative, all of my relatives refer to Shammy as Shammy Budu. That's the kind of bond that we shared. It was a brotherly love, and until a couple days, until the night, even before Shammy passed, we spoke on the phone. I mean, I wasn't hearing him clearly because he had one of his thing to breathe up properly. But we share a bond that I would never find somebody to fill that spot. I would never find somebody to fill that spot. And, you know, I reflected on our 30-something years of friendship. And I was trying to figure out what wrong have I ever seen Shammy done. And, you know, I can't recall any. I cannot recall in our years of friendship what wrong I would have seen Shammy. He was a faithful husband, a loving father, very helpful person, always ready for a river line, to swim, to take a drink. Other than that, I cannot recall Shammy doing a wrong in all our years of friendship. So as we say goodbye to Shammy, I know we might be losing him here on earth, but I know heaven has one more angel. And whilst there, I know you'll be making everybody happy. With the music he loved to play, the food he loved to share, and the love he gave to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Sergeant. Budu. Or somebody looking like a sergeant. Alright, at this time, my dear friends, I will ask the immediate family, baby and the children, to come and pay their last respects, and then I'll invite anybody else who wish to come and offer flowers and arati to do so. Thank you very much.
And in the meantime, while that is going on, if anybody will have a memory they want to share, just a word or two. The mic is open, so if you want to just share something that you remember about Shammy fast, you can do so.
Om Pushpamala Maya Dete Upadishtam Tat Sat Hari Om Krishnaya Govindaya Vasudevaya. And then all the immediate children, grandchildren, friends. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Yam Dware Mahagore Deepadane Maya Haste Maya Dete Tat Sat Hari Om Krishnaya Govindaya Vasudevaya Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Yam Dware Mahagore Deepadane Maya Haste Maya Dete Krishnaya Govindaya Vasudevaya Om Atulita Baladhamam Swarna Shailapadiram Krishnaya Govindaya Vasudevaya Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Sri Yam Dware Mahagore Deepadane Maya Haste Maya Dete Vasudevam Hritam Devam Kamsachanura Murdanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vasadagatam Om Sri Govindaya Vasudevaya Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo He Ramam Purushottamam Narhare Narayanam Govinda Ganaja Gunanidhi Damodara Madhava He Krishna Kamalapate Yurupate Sritapate Sripate Vaikuntadipate Characharpate Lakshmipate Pahimam Rama Rameti Rameti Rame Rame Manoli Sahasranama Satviyam Rama Nama Varanani. Anybody else wish to pay their respects, please come forward now or hold the peace forever.
Anybody else who would like to come and pay their final respects can start making a line. So as the family is finishing, you guys can follow.
Immediately, because in the next few minutes we'll be leaving for the currently cremation site. You are reminded to keep your lights on and right behind the hearse and the procession. So just follow the truck. I'm not sure which route they're taking. Maybe Tattariba, the highway, and then Caroni.
Yes.
But we follow the procession. Thank you very much. God bless you. You going to sing?
You have to sing a song by.
In a similar manner, when we take our exit, we shall leave alone. 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मिलन. When we do take stock of our lives, we realize that this life is a very short visit to our meaning. This is a world of strangers. No one is yours. Although everyone lives, I am still alone. I am here to love, or I am here to love.
Turn around and the foot going first. Now, leave that there. Yeah, not too much. You pick up and turn around. Alright. Whatever lights is right here. You can try this. You have more steering. Okay, you can roll it down, you know. That's not good. Head first. Foot first. Alright, sorry. Foot first. Foot first.
Somebody who's. Alright, go. I'm holding you. Go. Yeah, you wait, tell me.
Anything she has, this one she can. This is about the only thing, you know.
धर्मनं आपो वा गच्छति तत्रहि औषधीषु प्रतिष्ठां श्रीपुरितोनिको ओम पंचतत्व शांति अग्नि शांति आकाश शांति वायु शांति पृथ्वी शांति अग्नि शांति ओम श्री पंचतत्व शांति नमः ओम अध्यामुखगोत्रस्य मुखप्रेतस्य चत्वारे कोशरग्निमे ईशन्ते पिण्डमया देते उपदिष्टाम् अनादिमूर्धने देवासं ओम वासुदेवं सुतं देवं तं सुचान्दरमर्यतं कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय तिलोदितं राम देते राम नाम सत्य है यही सबके गति है roughly full on from everybody face up so from three on the side fully clothed with the hand roughly clothed on the hand lift together wait 7 order wait 7 order together so fast. Right here, head north south again. Taking water. Om Surya Sama. Sani Shama Maya Deti Upishta. Krishnaya Govindaya Vasudevaya. Om Surya Chakshu Chakshu Bhagmadam Jagakshu Dharmanam. Apo Bhagakshu Saketan Saketu. Aushadhishu. ओम कृष्णाय गोविंदाय यम द्वारे महाघोरे दीपदाने मया हस्ते मया देते उपदिष्टां तत्सरी ओम नमः 5 times ओम पंचतत्व शांति अग्नि शांति आकाश शांति वायु शांति पृथ्वी शांति आप शांति औषधे शांति वनस्पति शांति ब्रह्म शांति Take out this one. Stop it in 4. Outside the box, by the foot, behind you, by the head, the side, take the right foot on the left, Om Adhyamukha Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Vishwanto Bhutanamavai Shanti Pindamaya Dete Topatishtam Om Vasudevam Sutam Devam Tam Ram Nam Satya Yehi Shakti Gati. Look again, or walk slowly, or walking too fast.
I was in she, I know the style. So brother comes from my school. Yeah, I am. But I didn't come as a mountain. I'm not a sailor. My brother is all the correct. I don't know if it's really what is life, eh? My husband sick on there right now, real bad. I have big firm myself on the 40 years. Now 9 grandchildren. I was in time to come to our own firm. Who called me?
कुछ ना कहो मैंने सुन लिया के साथी प्यार का मुझे चुन लिया मैंने सुन लिया
पहला खुमार, नया प्यार है, नया इंतजार, कर लूं मैं क्या अपना हाल, ऐ दिले बेकरार, मेरे दिले बेकरार, तू ही बता। पहला नशा, पहला खुमार, कर दूं आसमान ज़मीन, कहो यारो क्या करूं क्या नहीं। पहला नशा, पहला खुमार, नया प्यार है, नया इंतजार, कर लूं मैं क्या अपना हाल, ऐ दिले बेकरार, मेरे दिले बेकरार, तू ही बता। पहला नशा, पहला खुमार,